Clinton. And we're live. So we go live on social media. It goes out via Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Instagram too, but that's the post show. So we'll keep this very conversational. Jenny and I have a little banter in the beginning, and then we'll do the interview.
There's
cool?
a post show?
Excellent.
Huh?
There's a post show?
Well, after I do the editing stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Push it out.
Okay.
All right, here comes the intro. Silence. You're listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Grow Clinton is a 501c6 nonprofit economic community development and tourism organization based in Clinton, Iowa. For more information, visit growclinton.com. Again, that's growclinton.com. Now, back to the show. What's happening, all you beautiful listeners out there in podcast land? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Grow Clinton podcast, brought to you by Grow Clinton. You know us, you love us. We're located right here in Clinton, Iowa, right along the mighty Mississippi River. As always, I am your host, Andy Sokolovich from Grow Clinton, joined by our Director of Member and Community Relations, Jenny Home.
Hey, we just got back from a great meeting.
Yeah, we did. We had a Rotary Club meeting.
That was amazing.
Every Monday at noon here in Clinton. And today we celebrated women professionals, especially those entrepreneurs,
right?
Women business owners. And we had a great presentation from Ann Colby, who is a local chiropractor, and her sister Danielle Colby, who has been featured for the last almost 2 decades on the hit show American Pickers.
And you know how they said that their dad was the most famous one around here?
Yeah, he was a photographer,
He
right?
took my senior pictures.
Oh, do you still have him hanging?
My mom.
Oh, don't worry. My dad came to visit one time, and he had my senior picture blown up into like a poster size and framed and everything. It looked weird. It looked like one of those mansions you walk into, and like it's either like the Godfather's hanging over the fireplace. Anyways, he came to visit me and brought it,
Oh, hey.
and I was like, what am I going to do with the picture of myself when I was 18? I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. So it's in my basement in case anybody wants it.
Well, I was
We'll
laughing.
be auctioning off at the Boo Bash.
Hey,
There we go.
I'll put on that.
There you go.
No, I told them that that one picture that he wanted to take, he couldn't get my hair all the way into it.
Oh my gosh, you were that big hair. Huh?
Big hair.
My mom rocked that back in the day. She had
Huge.
big hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the acid wash jeans.
All
and
of it.
But they're back now.
I know,
Yeah.
I saw that.
Big hair's
Acid
not-
wash jeans. Mom
wait.
jeans are back.
Yep, mom jeans.
Yeah.
That's all right. Keep you
Skinny
warm.
jeans thing, that's not around anymore, right? We're done with that?
Well, my clothing says yes, it is, because I'm not going out to buy a bunch of new clothing.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. Hey, Jenny, you know what I love?
What?
Well, I love me some high-speed fiber internet. That's right, folks. The Grow Clinton podcast is powered by Miles Communications, hooking us up with wicked fast high-speed internet. Check them out, milestelephone.com. Again, milestelephone.com. It's available throughout the greater Clinton region. If they're not in your neck of the woods, they are on their way. milestelephone.com. 2 great people in the Stew studio today serving as guests to talk about the Rotary Club of Clinton's Boo Bash.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So
I just love
the
this.
enthusiasm just bled through your voice.
Let me do it again. I am so excited.
so excited.
Are
It's like
you
when
excited
Jesse
for
Spano started.
us or for the Boo Bash?
All of it.
Okay.
Do you remember when Jesse Spano was taking those caffeine
I'm
pills
so
and Saved by the
scared.
Bell?
Oh,
And she was
no.
saying, I'm so excited. She had
Yeah.
like a little bit of a breakdown.
That was
Addicted to caffeine pills.
Yeah.
addicted to caffeine. That's a good message for all the kids. Stay
Yeah.
in school.
Stay in school. Don't be a Jesse Spano. That's right. Well, she did great things after that. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and continue with the interview. We have Andy Green in the house,
Yeah.
current El Presidente of the Rotary Club of Clinton. And we have Heather Farwell, or as I refer to her as just Farwell. She is part, or your co-chair of the committee that puts the Boo Bash on.
Yeah.
Andy, Heather, thank you so much for joining us in the Stew studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, get a little closer to that mic there, Heather.
Thank you for having us.
That's good. Good job.
So the Boo Bash, I am a Rotarian as well, and I'm very familiar with this. I've attended for several years, and this is the club's largest fundraiser for the year, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's and it's the 7th annual this year.
Oh,
They always
boy.
have some type of a fundraiser, but this is our 7th annual because the Boo Bash is so much fun.
And people love Halloween. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
I
a
know.
great idea because people are way behind Halloween anymore.
Yeah.
They
I
love
agree.
it.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's my mom's favorite holiday. When I was a kid, here's the deal. When I was a kid, we had a nice home, but we had a lot of land around us. And we would have these huge Halloween parties. And I'm not talking about like bobbing for apples. That was like minor stuff, man.
Lame.
Like B Squad. We would have the whole house was turned into a haunted house.
Wow.
People would walk through. My mom would go all out. We'd have all these cool little people dressed up as like a fortune tellers. And
Okay.
I had one of those. I still actually have it. One of those balls that like you could touch it and it's
Yeah.
like lightning or whatever it is. Had that. It was just really cool. Then we do a big hayride afterwards, and we'd have a police escort during the hayride.
Oh,
This
Because my
is an
dad was a
event.
police officer, so
She went all
it's probably
in.
fraud, waste, and abuse of,
Yeah.
of public tax dollars. But I hope they didn't get overtime.
yeah.
But yeah, it was huge. So I love Halloween. My mom loves Halloween, and we love being around people who also value the holiday of Halloween. But
so
the
much
Boo
fun.
Bash is fun because the who's who, the boo's who of Clinton show up to the Boo Bash. And when's the date of this next Boo Bash?
Friday, October 24th.
So, being that this is a fundraiser, Andy Green, and being
Yes.
that you have a presidential project for your year
Yeah.
as president of the Rotary Club of Clinton, where are the proceeds going that were earned during the event?
Oh, yes. So all of the proceeds during the Boo Bash go back to the Rotary Foundation. And every year, the president has a project that they put their efforts into. Right now in Clinton, we have the Jurgensen Sports Complex behind Home Depot. And it's like a world-renowned sports complex.
It is.
Shout out to Dusty Krogman
Yep.
of Parks
Yeah.
and Rec. He is the mastermind behind the mowing and the beauty that is the
It's
Jurgensen
beautiful.
Soccer
It
Complex.
is beautiful.
When
I remember
it's
it
literally
before.
award
Yeah.
winning. So as I met with Josh Eggers about at this point like 6-7 months ago,
Who's the Parks and Rec director?
Yes, and he was looking at building a playground and a shelter to
pavilion.
be able to get have it be more than just the sports. So you can go picnic there with your family, bring your kids there. If you think about it, there's a big housing development right behind Home Depot in that neighborhood. And really the closest park for them is Chansey Park, which is over a mile away.
Oh my gosh.
Where it seems a little, I grew up in that neighborhood and it seems a little close, but it's really not.
Not for
so
kids.
the Jurgensen complex is going to be getting a playground. And then to be able to help them make the playground, and it's going to be accessible, the playground, to be able to help them get the playground a little better, we're taking on that shelter.
Yeah,
so we're
so
building a pavilion.
Financial investment.
Yes, we're donating to the funding needed for the shelter to the city to build that shelter, so that they can put their efforts into the playground and other aspects.
Yeah.
of
I love
park.
that because being a parent of some of the little junior soccer players,
yeah.
and you have other little kids with you, it was hard to, they just run around and all of a sudden then they're, we did our running around. There's some place for them to go too. That'd be great.
Well, and if you're a team that now you can have a get together at dinner,
Yeah.
you could rent that as a family on the weekends. Or also, they've been doing movie nights. So if you're like the library or ASAC, people that are out there trying to get families information, now they can be underneath a shelter and kind of protect themselves from the elements, or even move a movie night inside if the weather's getting kind
Well,
of
this
rough.
is not the first time that the Rotary Club of Clinton has invested heavily
Right.
in parks. You also have Rotary Park on the riverfront,
Yes.
where the zip line is.
One of the best used parks in town.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is.
love it. So Heather Farwell, or
Well,
Farwell,
also
Farwell.
the lodge was a Rotary. The remodel of the lodge.
Oh,
was a
yeah.
Rotary
Yeah.
project.
That was a big
Yes.
one too.
yeah. So Farwell, what else goes into supporting these events through Rotary Club of Clinton through the money that's generated from Boo Bash?
Well, so we have about 4 strong initiatives we do each year, and one is scholarships for seniors. So we gave, I believe it
Seniors
was
in high school,
seniors
not
in
senior
high school.
citizens. They're not just getting.
seniors in high school.
Dang.
So we give them a nice foot forward. We gave out, I believe it was $14,000 in scholarships this year. It typically, we raised it because of how many we received and how much funds we wanted to give for this year.
A lot of qualified student applicants every single
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, and college is expensive. So if that's one way that we can help, push their education further, we are happy to do that. Another one is called Kicks for Kids, and we work with all of the local elementary schools and we find out what the need is for snow boots. So we deliver snow boots to all the elementary schools. There's also something called Job Josh the Otter, and it's water education. It's a prior presidential project from, I don't know, I think about 10 years ago. And it's a book it's based on an otter and his family learning to swim. But we really think that's important with the Mississippi River to explain water safety, especially, people who have pools as well. Even if you're not a river person, a lot of people have pools, community pools or home pools. So explaining water safety, it's a great way to do it. I've been in Rotary for 3 years, and I've read to many kindergartners. I love doing that. We have a Josh Yoder costume, so it really hits.
Don't get in it.
Don't get in it.
No, it's a great cause. But can we
is
take some of the proceeds and get that professionally dry cleaned?
I was good. Andy, have you been
Smell
inside
like
that
sweat.
outfit?
Yes.
I'm too big for it. There's no way. I'd be
Yeah,
able
my
to fit in.
shoulders barely fit. If I
Yeah.
was to lean over, that Josh the Otter
Professionally
skin
dry.
would have been destroyed.
That's it.
But it was a little stanky up in there.
It
But no,
is.
it's a great program. I'm a firm believer in water safety. I believe everybody should learn how to swim. I'm always surprised when I engage people that not knowing how to swim is like,
I know.
I don't want to say it's common, but especially for people that grew up maybe in a large metropolitan, didn't have a public pool or anything, they never had to experience swimming.
That's when
And
you-
that really hit home when I joined the service. The first time we had to do any kind of water confidence training. Now, I grew up swimming on swim team and stuff, so I just thought everybody was a good swimmer.
Right.
And the answer is no. Some people were deathly terrified to jump into that pool,
And
especially in the deep end.
I like how you put that water confidence, because you're not swimming
Right.
and learning things to become an Olympic swimmer. It's so important to not panic and not,
Right.
that's a great program.
It is.
I don't know how to swim. It's more of a medical issue than it is a ability issue. But in not knowing how to swim, the Josh the Otter book is not like teaching a kid how to swim or like tread water. It's about like be with a buddy. Make sure
Yep.
you
Your
know
parents
what's
know.
you know like what's in the water, and it's that kind of aspect.
No,
So even as somebody who I don't know how to swim, and I always feel odd kind of reading the book to the kids because I don't know what I'm doing in the water.
No, it's
but
important.
it's the lessons that you need that are
yeah.
outside of just
Well,
being-
water
really is.
Water is, some people take it for granted.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And just see, there's a river. Let's go jump into it. My uncle, who I never met, he passed away at the age of 16, I believe he was. My dad was with him. He drowned in the Schuylkill River in Pennsylvania. And then a very, very good friend of mine in high school, she drowned as well.
You know that
So it was both of them were in rivers, and
Yep.
you do not know what's underlined,
No,
what's
and
below that river.
It doesn't
Correct.
take a lot.
No.
It doesn't
You
take
don't
a
know
lot.
the current. You don't.
Jetties.
Yeah.
right, that Jeff Buckley who sang Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I think it was in Memphis. He went down, and from what I read, he just thought, it's the Mississippi River. I want to go swim in it, and he drowned. I mean, what a terrible thing. You think you're going to
Water
have
confidence.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, a big fan. Actually, I have my water confidence. One of the classes I went through in the military, one of my training courses was built around water confidence. And we used to do this thing called buddy breathing, where you had two individuals and you both had your dive mask on, but you had one snorkel. And you had to share the snorkel, and the instructors would come down and rip your mask off your face, turn your body upside down, rip your snorkel out of your hand, fill it with water, and you had to learn how to come to the surface, clear it, come back down, and the whole time you were submerged. You didn't surface, physically surface the water. Your snorkel could come out. So that was crazy.
Oh
That
my
would-
gosh.
That
bad
just you
dreams.
telling that story
Yeah.
is going to give me a
Yeah.
nightmare tonight.
But luckily, I do have confidence in the water, and I'm able to stay very calm. I mean, I used to
Right.
practice doing underwaters, so I got very good, 50-meter underwaters, and I love the water. I'm a freak.
Right.
I mean, even since I was a little kid, I used to run around saying, I wish I was a fish, because I just love the water. But other people that I'm with, they're like, what is wrong with you?
Well, so this program, it goes to all the schools, and what age is it?
A kindergarten.
Oh,
And we give
kindergarten.
them the book too. So we read the
Oh.
book to them, and then everybody gets a book, and then it tells the story, and there's a song, and it gives definitions. It's a big educational piece. But you mentioned the word buddy, and that's part of the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's the newly born otter who finds a buddy named Austin, and Austin helps him understand the importance of being in the water and the importance of telling your parents where you're at and always swimming with a buddy. So Andy Green is right. It really is talking about water safety. And I really appreciate that. Strangely, when I was in elementary school, our best friends, they had an underground pool, and we had an accident where their youngest son fell in, wasn't breathing, and we went and got our parents, and he is okay now, but experiencing that, watching him float, and
Yeah.
It's, and parents were inside. I mean, everybody was inside. We were out there with them. So things like that can just happen instantaneously.
Yeah,
So
that's a big one.
explaining water safety to children is extremely important.
The kids get to keep the book. So every kindergartner gets a book, and we're looking at, there's 4 elementaries in Clinton that are public schools, and then there's Prince of Peace, Comanche, Fulton, I believe Unity.
Unity is also,
and I'm
yes.
not sure if we do Northeast or not, but
I think Northeast is in the group. I just haven't read to that one. I've read to almost every elementary school, I
it's a
believe,
good-
in this program.
It's
that
that whole
much.
Gateway area.
Yeah.
How do you
is.
go about identifying the projects that you're going to do? Because the ones that you're talking about are not necessarily projects everybody would think about, like the boots, the swimming. How do you go about that?
That's more of an organizational question. Like the Josh the Otter program came, and I'll explain to you, the Josh the Otter program that we're doing came from a prior presidential project.
Right.
So Rich Klon learned about this through his time. We're visiting different Rotaries and Rotary International, and he brought the program back.
Oh, cool.
So some of the things are brought back from other organizations. Some things are needs in the community that we find out. We also give out dictionaries to 4th graders and all the elementary schools. 3rd graders, excuse me. Thank you. I like to do that one too. And it's funny, I was at Comanche last year and gave out dictionaries, and I happened to volunteer for JA, and I read at Comanche. She remembered me the following year because I gave her a dictionary.
Aww.
So I thought that was really important. So we are making an impact on
Yes.
children. And that's one of the things that fills my heart, is that if I'm able to help a kid in need, or help, with the scholarship, or help put somebody on a right path, I love doing that. That makes me feel good.
Cool. And the dictionary, to actually be able to hold it, not
Yes.
just, online. When I was a little girl, my dad would sit in a chair with me and he'd just say, pick out a word and we'll talk about it. So now, because my dad did that with a dictionary, when somebody has a newborn, he did it with a globe too. I would either give them a globe or a dictionary.
And our dictionaries have a map on the back of them too. So
so cool.
it's more than just, I think, just a single item. There's a lot of education across the world. And I think that's what a lot of what Rotary does, is they really want to invest in the community and educate in some way, shape, or form.
When earlier this year, I had the opportunity to go up to Calgary, Alberta, and go to the International Rotary Conference.
Nice.
And that's where Rich had found the Josh the Otter, a few years ago. And there's like a whole hall where it's different organizations and programs that are looking to better your community.
Nice.
And so it's like, now Josh the Otter is one of those, where there's lots that look at food security and other, any type of aspect of things that you think could better your community. Those initiatives are out there.
I love the
And
boots
so-
one. The boots is cool. We used to
Yeah.
do the bread bags on the feet.
Yeah.
Well,
and Sue Watkins every year works
Yes.
with Browns
Yep.
to get the boots, and then we get those out. And what's cool about the boots is that we work with the schools so that the schools know the kids, and it's not like, so if you're getting a dictionary, or if you're getting Josh the Otter, we come into your classroom, or and it's all about, this is, everybody gets a dictionary, this is today. With the boots, we give those to the school, and then those are given to the kids kind of behind the scenes, so the kids aren't being like
So
singled
cool.
out as hey, here's, we're not walking into the classroom like, okay, Johnny and Billy get a pair of boots today because they don't have a pair of boots,
Right.
during the year.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of done behind the scenes.
Yes.
It's a dignity.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's good. They're good boots. It's
They
not
are
like,
very
we're
good. Yeah,
not
because they're
like
browns.
getting them.
They're very
Browns,
nice.
yeah.
That's all good stuff. So,
Oh, yeah.
That's great. So now what I do, your father sat down with you and
Yes.
said, pick a word out of the dictionary. Now I sit down with my teenage kids and they teach me about their words.
Skibbity Ray.
I don't understand anything they say these days. And I actually downloaded an app called Skibbity. And the app, translates your normal English
No way.
into teen jargon now.
my
so
gosh.
it's
Are we
6,
gonna
7.
play a game
But you don't
here?
say 6, 7 anymore. It's different now. It's like 4, 1 or something. I don't know.
No,
They picked
that's so
Wait,
stigma.
6, 7 was a thing?
Yeah, there was some rap song where the guy said 6, 7, and then the kids just took it and ran with it, and then I don't know. I don't know what any of these things mean.
So
Maybe I shouldn't be saying them on the podcast. I have no
I
idea.
recently learned no tea, no shade. So
No tea?
We need to look up what that says. in the
shade.
No
dictionary.
tea means no gossip. No shade means no shame or judge.
How do you know these things?
What is wrong with you? Where are you hanging out?
I just
Are you
got-
hanging out in the back? Are you like opening the hatch of your car up at Riverfront on the weekends and just hanging out with the
hanging out
kids?
in El Camino with Matt.
So what's crazy though is the four of us. I don't consider all of us to be that old, and it's funny that there's already a generation of people that like have a whole new language.
Language.
Oh,
that
geez,
we
no
Yeah, it's
kidding.
a whole new
that
language.
we don't
Oh,
know.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter
Yeah.
said to me the other day, she's low key something. I'm low key something. I don't know what she said.
Low key
but-
aura.
Yeah, I don't know. But
So to, I guess
said thank you. I
That
think
one
it
I've
was-
heard.
to
think it
pull
was-
it back into Rotary when we look at these projects, and every year I've been at the Leadership Institute. I've been talking about generational differences, and so you have right now in the workforce 4 different generations potentially, because the greatest generation is all like the youngest ones are in their 80s, but then we have a 5th generation that's coming up. What they're calling it, like Sigma or Alpha or something.
I
so-
lose track, my friend.
the Zoomers, because they grew up doing school on Zoom.
Makes
But
sense.
so we have a whole nother generation that's entering the workforce, but we also have with Rotary. I guarantee you that right now we have all 5 of those generations represented amongst
Yes.
our
Absolutely.
leadership.
I noticed that, yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so it's a broad swath of the community that's in Rotary, and it's people working together to make these things.
Yeah, and it's
happen.
you as part of the leadership team for Rotary. What I noticed when I was part of Civic Club leadership is that you have to implement change in order to stay
yeah.
relevant. And if you want to see the club continue and you want to see the club expand and be around for another 100 years, you have to be willing to flex
Yeah.
and understand that new generation doesn't necessarily want to sit down to a lunch every single Monday at the same location. They want to maybe get together in the evenings, or they want to talk about things that are really important to them. You
Yeah.
know, social justice, hunger, water quality, all these different things
Yeah.
that they find interesting and want to advocate on behalf of. So it's tough being in a leadership position in the Civic Club, because I do understand it. When I was the president of Kiwanis, you get pushback from like all different directions. You know, you have some people that just don't want to change at all. They like the way it's been. It's been this way for 50 plus years. We're going to keep it that way. And then you have people that are a little bit more progressive and understand if the goal is the club to survive, we got to make some changes.
Right.
So, but what I love about the Boo Bash is that it does welcome everybody of all
Yes.
generations,
Mhm.
and we
Absolutely.
all have fun. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. You love dressing up. You love listening to good music. You love supporting a good cause, eating some great food. So this year, again, we're talking to members of the Rotary Club of Clinton about the Boo Bash, scheduled for Friday, October 24th. It's going to start at 5 p.m. And this year we're having it out at the Copper Mill, which, if you're not familiar with that location, it's 2750 2750 South 21st Street in Clinton, Iowa. And it's in the location of the old Gills Ballroom right next to the casino. So
Great food.
great food. So
Great food, and they've made a lot of changes to the event center side, so
so
that
cool.
the movement, the way people are going to be able to move around, the way they're going to be able to listen to the music, how we're going to have the silent auction items. It's going to be a very good time.
It's going to be fun. They have
It is.
cherry bomb blonde, which
Yeah,
is
very
really
good.
important.
I'm sorry, that was south of 27th Street. The font looked like a 1, my bad. But it's going to be very cool. Dress up. Obviously the theme is Halloween. What kind of costumes you guys expect this year?
You know, we get a wide range of costumes. I mean, some of your standard.
Some people don't dress up at all.
you
Yeah.
know,
So you don't
they
have to.
continue.
Some people wear the
That's-
same outfit every year.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we've got,
I think I do. It's my Jason Kelsey jersey. Yeah.
it's fine. I mean, I just got my outfit this year for it. So
Are you
Oh,
announcing
don't-
it?
no, I'm not going to announce it.
I have not bought mine yet, but I think I know what I'm doing.
One year
So-
you won as Matt Parbs.
when
Yes,
it's
you
Matt
did.
Parps.
See how that came? You were predicting the future.
That was at one point.
Oh,
Because you are now the
me
director of
being at the
Sawmill
Sawmill
Museum.
Museum was a joke at Halloween. And but what's funny is I've worn that shirt to work. The shirt I got to be Matt Parps, I've worn that to the Sawmill.
Yeah.
So,
How odd. That's ironic.
That's funny.
yeah.
So how do individuals register or buy tickets to attend the event?
So go to the Rotary Club of Clinton's Facebook page to receive all the event information. There's an email address on there that you can send an email to. We'll give you information. We're actually in the middle of making a few updates to that event to give you some more information of how to reach out. But go to www.rotaryclub.com and then we actually have our own Boo Bash website page that you'll be able to see all of our auction items and all the information that kind of surrounds everything that's with Boo Bash.
So what kind of auction items do you have? I know there are
We have 3 trips
trips.
now. Yes, we have 3 live auction trips.
Cancun,
a cabin in Michigan.
The UP, Michigan.
Yeah,
That's
real
upper,
Michigan.
yeah,
Legit
real Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Upper Peninsula.
Do you remember what?
It's Branson or what's the woods around Branson called?
Ozarks?
Ozarks.
A lot of cool stuff there.
Gotcha.
What else are we doing? We got raffles. We got games. Of course,
There's always
live and silent
There's
auction.
live and silent auction. There's always good music.
Yeah.
The food's going to be. I've eaten at the Copper Mill before. Their food is fantastic. So the food's going to be top notch. But we're also going to be doing some games.
Bag.
No, not bad. Not like outdoor games. But we're gonna have like a costume contest, and we have one of the games still in process. So I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to disclose that.
Gotta
yet.
be there to know.
Fun.
what it
Gotta be
is.
there to know.
Fun.
So there'll be some music playing.
There's gonna be
There's
some
gonna be an
music
MC.
playing.
There's gonna be a DJ. There's gonna be an auctioneer.
Who's doing that?
Yours truly.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that part
I
yet.
was
so
wait-
that-
I was
The glutton for punishment. No, I look forward to
I was
it.
just saying the last couple of weeks I want to learn how to do the thing.
You don't need to learn how to do a thing here. It's better, honestly, if you're a professional auctioneer and you're selling or you're auctioning off farm implements or an estate sale, and speed is key to get everything done in the allotted time you have. Perfect. I mean, that's awesome. But for these like auctions, like we do for civic groups, just to be fundraisers, it's kind of better if you know the people. Because what I like to do is go sit down next to them with my wireless mic and say, "Hey, man, that's a nice truck you have. I think you can probably afford an extra couple $100 to be able to get us up to the next level." We have fun with it, you know. It's just a bunch of people that like to joke and laugh. They're all thick-skinned. It's cool, and we have a blast. So we're going to mix it up a little bit this year, and we'll see how it goes. But we'll be auctioning off some amazing items, and again, it's cash bar. So the Copper Mill has a great selection of drinks.
They do.
Yes, they
They have
do.
a
I
great
know.
beer selection on draft. They have great beers, you know, in bottles, and then of course they have an amazing mixed drink lineup. Whether you're simple, just a whiskey neat, or you like something fancy,
They had
you
some
can get that.
kind of lemonade out there that I had that was delicious.
Yeah,
Too
so-
good.
Well, and then you can walk over once our event's over, then go over and enjoy the other side of Copper Mill because they
true.
have a beautiful outdoor area where you can play bags. They've got TVs you can sit. So it's a whole. We want everybody to know. Yes, this is the Rotary Club of Clinton's main fundraiser, and that's what the point is to raise funds to give back to this community. But it is a Halloween party.
Yes.
And it's before Halloween, so we're kicking it off. So come dressed really well and have fun and enjoy of deciding what you want to bid on.
That's nice. Fun.
And it's in walking distance to the Hampton and
Yes.
the Wild Rose Casino and
Yes,
Hotel.
yeah,
So
no
if you want
excuse.
to, you can just book yourself a hotel room for the night because
And
they
are all
have
of
a
those,
great little pedestrian bridge that connects the hotel.
Yep.
Right.
Are all of those apartments full?
Yeah, you could probably go see which doors are open.
I not want to do that.
You know, because I think the event goes until 9 officially, but we always figure out a way to keep
we
the party
extend it.
going.
Yeah,
So-
why
There's
not?
always an after party.
yeah. So I'm thinking if we're at the Copper Mill, we can keep the party going. So.
Yeah, why
So
not?
again, the Copper Mill is going to be the host of the Rotary Club of Clinton's 7th Annual Boo Bash, scheduled for Friday, October 24th, 2025. Is that a 4? Is that what that is?
Yeah, 24th.
Jeez,
Friday the
24th.
24th.
Yeah, talk about these fonts.
It's in a
Starts at
Halloween
5.
font.
I know, it's amazing. Starts at 5. Starts at 5 p.m. And again, all the proceeds go to amazing programs that are hosted by the Rotary Club of Clinton. Also, before we close this out, if somebody's listening and says, "I can't attend, but I'd love to give you guys some money," how does someone become a sponsor of the event?
Go to www.rotaryclubofclinton.com. You'll see the Boo Bash event on there. Click on it, and you'll get all your information of who you need to contact. I am on the end of that email address as one of the co-chairs, so I'm happy to talk to you about a
great sponsorship opportunity. You guys have several levels of sponsorship. Some come with free tickets to the event. So everything from, what are we calling these? The title sponsor
Sponsor.
is the
The title sponsor is 2 reserved tables for 16 guests, champagne service.
Ooh, service.
Champagne service,
Oh.
yes. Top tier promotion on our social media, our event website and signage. You're recognized as the top sponsor. We also have diamond sponsors, so it's 1 table, guests at seats 8. You also get champagne service.
Oh, my God.
And you also have high level promotions. Then we have a platinum sponsor that's 8 tickets, a bottle of champagne. As you notice, I mean, it's a party. There's a bottle of champagne.
Service.
You get acknowledgement on our event website, and you also get promotions. So I don't know if anyone's seen them out there yet, but we do already have some of our sponsors, and our sponsors are out there so that you can see they're very Halloween themed and nice little videos to get you, to encourage you to come see us if you haven't been here before. So we also have gold sponsorships that you get 6 tickets, silver sponsorship 4, or bronze sponsors at 2. And all of them you're going to be recognized either on our website or on social media, depending on which option you chose. We also have a new option this year that we aren't advertising yet because we just decided it 2 days ago, that you can reserve. You don't want to be a sponsor, but you want a large table. So we're also giving you discounted rates on a table of 8. So again, go to RotaryClubofClinton.com. You'll see the Boo Bash website on there. Click in it, and then you can connect with us because our contact details are there.
Sponsorship is just the best way if you don't have time to do something, let's say, or, you know, even if you do, but you want your name out there, it's a win-win.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Not to mention, it goes to the Rotary Club of Clinton Foundation,
Right.
Yes.
which is a tax deductible.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Oh, good point.
Yes.
Yep. So philanthropically do it. Save yourself some money. I didn't see anything in there about the DJ having bottle service, but well,
I
I'm
think
sure
we can make that happen.
Sure, we
Oh.
can talk about that.
Figure something
Okay.
out.
All right. Well, Andy Green, you and I share the same first name. We are often mistaken for each other around town.
That happened to me this week.
And
wow.
Yeah.
you are
Okay.
also wearing a green shirt, as am
Yeah.
I wearing a green shirt. So we need to start talking about
The
how
Andy
we're going
Green
to
shirt.
diversify ourselves so we're not always together.
Mix it up a little.
But yeah, there's a lot of Andys in this community.
Yes.
Even in Rotary, there's 4 of us, so we have to
Yes.
make sure we don't
Yep.
sit at the same table. Because like today, they just referring to Andy, and I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
me or if it was Andy Green or if it was Andy Ferguson or if it was, he goes by Andrew, but Andrew Kita. So
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much again to both Heather and Andy Green for joining us. Jenny, what do you got going on the rest of the week?
Ooh, I'm excited. I have some value visits to do, and that's part of my membership role here is go out to members and just have a sit down with them and talk, you know, a little bit more in depth about what they need, what they like, what they could like to change, anything that we can do. What you always say is we help from anywhere from potholes to smokestacks. So
Yep. Big expansions,
Love that.
potholes, everything in between. We're
Right.
the go-to resource for problem solving. And that's what we pride ourselves on. So we are a membership first organization.
Yep.
We do not generate revenue outside of our local investments from philanthropic companies, small businesses, and individuals alike. So check us out at growclinton.com for some more information if you want to join. If this is brand new, we'll be soliciting for sponsorship in the Grow Clinton podcast.
Whoa.
yes.
So currently we
That's
have
right.
Miles Communications, who's done a phenomenal job for us. We absolutely love them. But we've grown our listenership and our reach to the point where I feel like it's time to solicit for some additional sponsorships. We're taking no more than 2.
Okay.
Because with Miles, that's 3. That's as high as I can
That's
go.
it.
But yeah, we'll be reaching out to some folks because Andy wants to get some new mics for the Stu Studio.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What are you going to do with the old ones?
nobody gives them to you for free. I
Look
don't
at-
know.
He's hustling already.
I'll auction them. I'm already giving you my senior picture. What more do you want? What more do you want from me? But as we talk about sponsorships, thank you again to Miles Communications. Again, they hook us up with high-speed fiber internet. It's wicked fast, folks. Ever since we got that installed, no issues.
No problems whatsoever.
And what's cool with Miles, is you have a problem, you can call them. They're local. Right there in Miles, Iowa. Their texts come out. I've seen them come out on the weekends.
Scott comes out.
Yeah, luckily I have the cell phone of the general manager. So when I have an issue, I just shoot a text and he's here. He's a busy guy,
He
but
is.
they are very customer focused. And that means they're going to be around for a long, long time. And they are making some amazing investments in this community. They finished their fiber optic ring around the community of Clinton, ensuring that all of our first responders and all of the city departments are connected now to the same network, to include the airport, which for the longest time was like run running with like a gerbil on a wheel.
Yeah.
However, that would create internet, but that's what they were doing. So Miles doing a great job. But Jenny, thank you so much for all you do for our organization and
Thank
for
you.
everybody that's listening. Until we talk to you next time, stay classy, folks. See ya. You're listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Grow Clinton is a 501c6 nonprofit economic community development and tourism organization based in Clinton, Iowa. For more information, visit growclinton.com. Again, that's growclinton.com. Now, back to the show.